Welcome back to Comprehensible English Hour. Today we will play Idol Manager Part 2 at the intermediate level. If this video is too difficult, please visit my YouTube channel for videos for super beginners or beginners. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video. Alright, so last time we played, we released one song and we recruited 3 idols. Because of this, we have 310 fans. We're still losing money. I'm not making much money. Oh, she has a business proposal ready for me, so we may make some more money. And we're also going to continue the story. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this business proposal, and then we can continue. So photo shoot. Weekly Young is looking for a girl to do a pretty photo shoot for the next issue of their magazine. It doesn't pay very much. It doesn't give very many fans, but we'll go ahead and take it. So Michael, you can take this. All right, and then we will start our story. All right, it's Fujimoto again. Knock, knock. Mind if I step in for a moment? Sure. Well, you've been hard at work running the agency. I've been hard at work shaking hands with the right people. And if you shake enough hands, you start to learn about opportunities. I think I found one that might be of interest to you. Okay. See, I have a friend who works as a TV producer. They're always looking to fill programming slots, so on TV, a program on TV, so a show. Things like quiz shows, that sort of thing. I managed to plant the idea in her head that it would be a good idea to have a quiz show where producers for different idol groups compete against each other. Folks such as yourself. So people such as yourself. Okay, so well, it sounds like a good idea, but this makes me think there's something wrong with the idea. What's the catch? Like, it's too good of a deal. It's too good. There must be something bad about it that you're not telling me, Fujimoto. Always looking for the caveat, huh? That skeptical instinct will serve you well. Okay, so he's like, if you think something's wrong, you have a good instinct. You know the truth. Okay, but it's nothing too serious. They just want to make sure that the people they're featuring have a certain amount of clout. So popularity. How much popularity does my idol have? To put it in concrete terms, you'd need to have enough talent on board to justify calling it an actual idol group. 3 idols is a group, 2 idols is a company, and anything less than that, you're playing with yourself. I see CEH has 3 members already, so you're already big enough. Also, you'd need to release a single. You don't have to top the charts or anything like that. Just having a physical CD that people can go out and purchase or buy lends the group a bit more credibility. So you seem more like a real idol group if you have music. Credible. Plus, it would give you something to promote on the show. I see you've already released a single, so you seemed to be well qualified there. Okay, so we're good there. Anyway, it's clear that you've met the bare minimum qualifications to justify appearing on TV, so congrats on that. Are you free this time next week? If not, clear your schedule because that's when taping is planned. So taping is recording the video, or recording the TV show. Well, okay, so how are my idols? So her stamina is really low. I think I'm going to send them to spa treatment, and then we'll work on getting more fans, and maybe could release another single, or at least create one. Wicked Whispers. I like the sound of that. I like it. We'll do digital only again, R&B, anxiety, and street. And we will keep, we'll keep our formation. Our most skilled will be in the front. We have half a star of fame. At least we have something. Okay, how much stamina do I have now? Still not great. Okay. So I'm gonna speed it up, and then I'm gonna, it's only +2 now, so +2 is not very much. Last time it was +10, I believe, so I'll just wait for that again. And we'll just keep adding more fans while I wait. Oh, okay. Fujimoto is back. Hey there, glad to see you're running a tight ship. I see you've done pretty well for yourself so far. I trust you've been making the most of your post-launch, so after I started, promotional recognition, so people recognize us, they know who we are. Now that you've been around for a while, you'll probably see the extra traffic you were getting from locals start to drop off. You're no longer a neighborhood novelty, so something new. Novelty, new. It's popular because it's new. I guess you could say the honeymoon phase is over. But hey, you're not just a local business. There's an entire country, heck, an entire world of fans out there for you to impress. Who knows what could come from these humble beginnings? The group that you've managed to build CEH into, that's not something I gave to you. You built that, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with it. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and continue. So business proposal. This one pays the most out of all of them. Okay, stamina's 35 and 15. Okay. And then I'll give them a spa treatment. Okay, I'm done writing the lyrics, so I'm going to send a song to marketing. We'll add more fans. Again? I just received a phone call from Fujimoto-san's office. From the sound of things, you're going to make a television appearance in 1 week. I also received an email directly from the studio with the details of the location, the place of the shoot. So the video shoot, the place they're going to take the video. Apparently, it's some kind of quiz show where you'll be competing against the producers of other idol groups. I am actually somewhat familiar with the local station that's recording the show. Not super familiar, but I may have watched it a few times after work, and I took the liberty, so she just did it to do it, so I didn't have to, of watching a few clips that have been circulated online, so going around online. Since it's a quiz show, I figured you might want a quick primer on what to expect. If you'd like, I could give you some pointers based on my somewhat limited exposure. So, how much she has seen. Sure. One of the things I've noticed about this show is that they really like to do variants of the Newlywed game, so different versions of the Newlywed game. Okay. Yes, the Newlywed game is apparently an old television game show where recently married couples would answer questions that were supposed to test how well they knew each other. For example, the host might ask the couple, "What is the first song that the two of you danced to?" Then the host would see if the husband and the wife gave different answers, okay? Or the host might ask the husband to name name five of his wife's friends, or ask the wife how many cousins her husband had. The result, I am told, could often be hilarious, funny, when people revealed just how little they knew about their newlywed spouse. If I had to guess, the hosts will probably be asking you questions to see how well you know the idols in the group. For example, they might ask you if you know about the idol's hobbies or other facts about them. Alright, I guess I'll have to study. If you'd like to prepare for the kind of questions you might get asked, it could be worthwhile to spend some time with the idol, so it'd be worth it. You know how to do that, right? Yes, I do. Okay, so I just need to learn about them. Okay. So I already learned about her. She likes, was it Eric Leifson? And then I don't know anything about Goto yet, so I'll learn about Goto Sara. And then we'll add another 35 fans, and then we'll work on the dance. And then I need to take them to the spa again. Okay, and then let's go talk to Goto. Casual conversation. How have you been? She stubbed her toe this morning, so she hit her toe this morning, and briefly mentions a run-in she recently had with a childhood friend. You also found out that Goto Sara loves Bollywood movies. Okay, so Goto likes Bollywood. Alright. So I know something, so that would fulfill the requirement, right? Oh. Okay. So that would be finished. Proposal? Nope. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go back to story mode and see what happens now. Oh. At the entrance to the studio. So we are going to the TV show. Hello there, you must be Miss Hour. Charmed, I'm sure. Thank you so much for coming by. I think we're going to have a lot of fun today. Let me explain how things will work here. You're one of 4 different idol group producers we've invited to the studio. We're going to have a separate recording with each of you, where we hit you with a series of questions about your idol group. We'll tally your scores, and the 2 producers with the highest quiz scores will then face off, head to head. If you're not one of the top 2, you get to go home early. Of course, I'm sure you'll want to do your best to try and win the prize. Oh, there is a prize. What is it? Oh, there you go, pretending like you've forgotten. You just wanted to give me a chance to brag about it, right? Well, of course, we're looking to fill a primetime programming slot with a live broadcast musical performance. If you manage to win and beat out the other producers here, your group will get some much-needed airtime. Of course, that's why you're here, right? Hoping to win the grand prize? Anyway, your segment, TV show, is the last one that we're going to tape. So I'll let you get to the green room. This green room isn't the most spacious, so there's a lot of space. No, there is not. Normally, we'd let you mingle, talk to others, backstage with the other contestants. But since this is a quiz show, we want to keep everyone isolated by themselves. So your room might be a little cramped, small. I'm sure you'll understand, right? Looking forward to talking to you on camera. Okay. In the hallway outside of the waiting room. Hello, Miss Hour. It's good to see you here. Okay, who are you? You haven't forgotten the first time we met, have you? If I recall correctly, I was the first one to offer you a proper welcome when you arrived at the CEH office before you met Fujimoto. The creepy guy, the guy in the dark. But I'm a bit miffed that you don't recognize me. I'm a bit surprised or angry or both. Didn't you do any opposition research? My opponent. Anyway, I just finished recording my segment. I got every question right, of course. but they select the top 2 competitors to compete head-to-head in the final round. So if you do well enough, maybe you could come in second place behind me. Well, best of luck. Alright, so I think this guy is my rival. In the waiting room. Hey there, mind if I squeeze in? Man, this waiting room is cramped. I think they squeezed you into a closet. I guess this is what you get when you record for a local TV station. Still, it's good exposure for a group as small as yours. Anyway, are you ready to knock 'em dead? Alright, let's win. That's the spirit. It'd be a great opportunity for CEH if you can manage to clinch that grand prize. TV airtime for a live performance is the kind of thing that could draw some serious attention. Of course, it's just a local affiliate, so a local branch of the TV station. It's a bit shy of a nationwide broadcast, so nationwide, countrywide, so the whole country can't see it, only the local area, maybe the city we live in can see it. But everyone has to start somewhere, right? A local victory could be the first step on a long road of successes. Though I have to admit, it's a pretty genius move on the TV station's part. Instead of having to pay big bucks for a musical guest to show up, they contact smaller groups and offer them the chance to win airtime. It makes it seem like they're the one doing you the favor, which, in a way, they are, but I think they get the better end of the deal. Of course, if anybody is looking to get that airtime, I hope it's CEH. Hey, do your best to win, alright? I may have made a bet with a friend that you'll be the one to win, and more importantly, my ego is on the line here. Did you see that light go on? That means they're ready for you. Go and knock 'em dead, so good luck. Alright. I'm pleased to be sitting here with Miss Hour, who is one of the brilliant creative minds behind Fortune Lovers. Fortune Lovers? That's not me. My lack of preparation has been exposed. Sorry, folks. It's been a long day here in the studio. Let's try that again. Miss Hour at CEH. Miss Hour, if you had to pick one thing, what would you say is the best quality of the idols at CEH? Let's say they're talented performers. If all these performers are so talented, what are they doing working for a small-time group like CEH? If all these performers... Oh, or did you mean that they're talented in comparison to you? Dang. I'm joking, of course. Miss Hour, we're so grateful you took time to sit down with us today. Being that you spent so much time working for CEH over the past few weeks, I'm sure you'll be the foremost expert on them, right? So I'll be the one that knows the most. So without further ado, let's move on to the first round of the quiz. So, first question. Which of these girls is not an idol who works for CEH? Uh-oh. I hope I know. Maiko does. Does Sato? I know Goto and Maiko do. Oh, I want to say Shimizu. Oh, that's because Shimizu Otohi is my daughter. Oh, that is okay. Oh, good thing. I'd have quite a bone to pick if she started pursuing a life in showbiz. Why, she might become my competition. And more competition is the last thing that I need. Besides, she's my own daughter, and I'd much rather see her pursue a useful career than waste her life trying to become an idol. Okay. CH most recent single is Sleep in Your Soul. What are the lyrics of that song about? Anxiety, because it's the only thing that I have unlocked. Okay. I'm sure you want the world to get to know the girls at CEH, so it's time for you to show us how well you've already got to know about them. Question about Goto Sara. Of these 3 statements, which is true about her? She loves Bollywood movies. Well done. Okay. Okay, I'm going to the next round. Alright. Let's get ourselves some fans while we're at it. And then need to work on the song. And then we'll continue. I don't know if how many fans I have matters for the next round, but it's probably best to have as many as I can. Let's try 800. Okay, 800 fans. Not bad. Okay. And I'll send them to the spa because they're low on stamina, and then we will continue. What now? Back in the waiting room. Hey, good job out there. Are you ready for the next round? Yep, let's do it. I like the attitude, but there's been a slight change of plans. How best to explain this? You know the prize for winning this quiz show is getting airtime for a live performance? It's a decent opportunity, but there are better opportunities, and I think I managed to find a better spot. You see, National Broadcasting Corporation runs a similar live performance event. They're looking to promote some up-and-coming talent, and an idol group like CEH would fit the bill. And well, I pulled in some favors and managed to get you airtime there. The agreement isn't finalized, but it's basically a sure deal at this point. There's just one problem. The National Broadcasting Corporation gig would be the same night that this local station would be airing. They're actually trying to counter-program the bigger show by putting on a similar show. It would be better to have the larger platform, so you actually don't need to win this quiz show. Oh, okay, well, yeah, the only way that this could backfire on us is if you win the quiz show. See, when we signed you up to be on this quiz show, part of the paperwork that went along with it was a contract promising that CEH would be available for that specific broadcast slot in the event that you win. So if you win this quiz show, you'll be obligated to show up on the smaller network and will have to miss out on the bigger gig. Long story short, if you win the quiz show, you'll be missing out on a better opportunity. You see where I'm going with this? My professional advice to you would be to try and lose on purpose. All right. Okay. Okay, so we both lose on purpose. Oh, do I want to? What kind of questions are these? Okay, why don't we have the two introduce each other? I'm pleased to be here competing against Miss Hour, who's representing and promoting the idol group CEH. So, representing Yasuda Akira with their group Glace Brise? Don't know, but I'm glad to have this opportunity to present Glace Brise to the world, and I'm looking forward to see Glace Brise perform on television to an even bigger audience. Okay, let's see. At which of these 3 tourist destinations are you most likely to encounter snow? Mount Fuji, Shirahama Beach, or Yaeyama Tropics? Isn't that obvious? Oh no. I'm gonna look. Oh. Do I buzz in? Do I press the button or no? Sure. It's obviously the beach. Uh-oh. Ah, his look. It's like I can't believe you. Oh, okay. Time for the next question. So the next one's about ecology. You both seem to be the kind of people who spend most of their time in the city, so maybe this question will be more your pace, because we're talking about the entertainment industry. Pony Island Records is a well-respected name in what industry? Buzzin'. Books? There's only 3 questions, right? I don't know why I'm thinking there's only 3 questions, but One last question. Okay. Which city is Tokyo Tower located in? I won't buzz in because I've already... He said Nagoya. Tokyo Tower is in Nagoya. It's wrong. So now I've lost. And I've embarrassed myself. I buckled under pressure. Uh-oh. Oh, today's show has all been a ruse. Miss Hour, Mr. Yasuda, smile. You're on Chumps and Chuckles and you've been pranked. The host makes a big show of turning to the camera with arms spread in a comically wide gesture. Today's winner wins no prize, but you weren't trying to win, right? Unfortunately, the loser prize you were informed of before the show does not exist either. Sorry, folks. Today, both of you get nothing. Wait, what? What? We were on a prank show. There was nothing. There was no prize. Backstage after the taping. Sorry for misleading you about the setup for the show, but like I said, it's all about entertaining the audience, right? You have to admit, it was pretty funny to see you and Mr. Yasuda stumble over each other to try and get the questions wrong on purpose, right? Like I said before, a group of your size needs all the attention it can get. This was the best way I could think of to get you publicity. And a lot of people ended up tuning in, so I think this is good for CEH in the long run. Sorry I had to mislead you in order for it to work. Oh, whatever. Thanks for being such a good sport about it, so not being too mad. I appreciate someone who's willing to roll with the punches, so I just went with it. I just changed my decision on whatever way was best. And hey, you don't always have to take yourself seriously to win in entertainment. Fujimoto-san, what are you doing here? Ah, Mr. Yasuda, fancy meeting you here. Did you set this up? Did you do this to embarrass me? No, not at all. I didn't even know that you would be here. So you being here is all because of our English, right? The fact that I happen to be involved is purely a coincidence. Yes, that's right. Uh-huh, funny coincidence. Well, whether this was intentional on purpose or not, do your best to stay out of my way. So they know each other, which I guess was why he was in the shady, dark building. Of course, Mr. Yasuda. Yasuda Akira storms off in a huff. So, how'd you know each other? That's a long story, and I'm not sure if it's my story to tell. Let's just say that he and I previously encountered one another in a professional context. Anyway, you handled yourself well out there. Good job. Alright, whatever you say. And then, it looks like I'm soon ready to release my single. I'm going to try to get 1,000 followers first, and then I can release it. Okay. Close to 1,000. And then one more should do it. Okay, and now I can release the song. Alright, so we have 361 sales, 72,000 in profit. We leveled up our genre, our lyrics, and our dance, our choreography. We have 259 new fans. 5 of them are casual listeners. And we have a full star of fame. Okay. And I believe I'm going to go ahead and end today's episode right here. So thank you for watching Comprehensible English Hour. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time for part 2, or part 3 Thank you, and bye-bye.